Hi everybody, this video I'm doing today is about self-confidence. I'm sure we've all been there with low self-esteem and not feeling too great about ourselves. But where does that come from? It can come from many of places. It can come from being a child and being brought up in insecurities, not being shown love and affection, or not being built up. But that is not where it always comes from. Some people grow up and then get into the wrong kind of relationships, and they can end up with someone that implants it in their head that they're not good enough. I have been given permission to share about an auntie of mine that was in a really bad domestic violence relationship, and that really knocked her confidence, and she had a lot of work to do to try and rebuild herself. She ended up in a great marriage after that, with a great husband that is always there to build her up. And she's great. Like, she helps everybody else around her now. I've had many of experiences myself in the past. All it takes is someone to plant a seed in your head and to make you feel worthless and not good enough, and that stays with you, and it can give you so many things to try and work on within yourself. People don't stop to think the trauma that they can cause other people when they say things to hurt others. Whenever someone turns around and says something as simple to somebody that you're not good enough. Now I say simple because there's loads of worse things that can be said, but to some people that is enough to damage them and their self-esteem. As people grow up in life and they have people that are constantly putting them down, you're worthless, you're not good enough, you should do better at that. It makes them grow into adults with a lot of low self-esteem. It lets them grow into adults that find it hard when people pay them compliments because they don't know or believe what they're saying is true. Whenever you say something to somebody, it's like planting a seed in a pot, but you're implanting it into their brain, and you're constantly making them feel as if they're not good enough. And the more and more bad that it says to somebody, the more that seed is watered until it gets to a stage that it takes a lot more than a trim to get rid of it. You can have the best childhood in the world and the best parents in the world, but if you grow up and you end up with the wrong people or the wrong environment, you will end up with self-esteem issues. Confidence is something that people don't always realise that is low in people. You could see someone walking down the street, dolled up to the nines, with the biggest smile on their face, but you don't know what that person is going through deep down. Their heart could be in a million pieces for all we know. You could see a man walking down the street, because it's not just women, with a smile on their face, as happy as anything, but they mightn't be happy at all. You just never know. This is why we should always build people up and not knock people down, because you don't want to be responsible for causing someone a lifelong damage, because that person then has to rebuild themselves because of the damage that somebody else has done to them. Confidence is so easy to trash in someone. Like, it could be someone turns around and says, "Oh, you're fat, you're ugly, you're not good enough." When you tell someone something enough, they start to believe it. They start to feel that pain. Now I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that's relating to this right now and going, I've been there. I feel that pain. I know what it's like to go through that. And you know the work that you had to do within yourself to build yourself back up again because somebody else caused you that damage. I am bringing my kids up to teach them that words stick and that simple things to them could technically mentally damage somebody else, because I don't want them ever to grow up and be responsible for making somebody feel like that. It's not a good way to feel. I myself have had to work very hard on building my confidence up because I have had a lot of bad things said to me from I was a young child. And it's not an easy process to do, because you have to work on that and you have to undo all the stuff that has been said to you and realise that it's not true and that you're a good person. You always get someone that is happy to be the cause of your misery, but it's standing up and saying to them people, I'm not letting you do this to me. I am good enough. I am worthy. And no matter what you say, you will not tear me down. Never, ever, ever, ever let anybody make you feel like you're not good enough. Because once you do, they have won, and it's you that has to rebuild yourselves. Please like, share and subscribe to my page so you can see more videos. And I hope that these videos are helping some people out there. Thank you for watching.